Hello, YouTubers. End Time Watchman. I'm back again. Received a lot of comments on the Constitutional Convention, breaking news, things that a lot was breaking yesterday. Okay, I had to go help somebody, and I mean, a man should be trying to be good to his word, you know. But yes, it is true that 2 more states is all that's required, and then they can just pretty much do away with the Constitution. I mean, they don't go by it now, but I mean, they can legally destroy it completely, okay? And I know some of them say, no, this ain't true, there ain't nothing to it, it's BS and all that. Well, you know what? Time's too short to try to respond to ignorance, okay? And I want to send a shout out to Martin and tell him to keep fighting the good fight. And Sherry, there's lots of others, tons of others. I can't mention them all right now, or I would never get this video and information out. But thank you all that are awake. Like I say, let me reemphasize, what I do, I don't do for glory, nor for admiration, but I believe I have a calling, and I have a commitment to the American people, and to my children and their future, and to my wife and to my God to get this out. And like I said, let me reemphasize, whether you're religious or not, I'm not making the videos to get you to be religious. I'm making the videos because I have a purpose and I have a calling. And look, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, okay? And there's a lot of people that fail for anything out there. But, yeah, there's tons of places you can go, and have people said they couldn't find it about the Constitutional Convention nowhere. Well, what you're going to have to do is turn that flipping TV off, and you're going to have to get rid of the video games. If this don't pertain to you, then just don't worry about what I'm saying. And you're going to have to get your head out of the friggin' sand, and you're going to have to start doing some research. It's on WorldNet Daily. It was on PeaceChicken.com. It's on a lot of other places. There was a lot of people breaking it yesterday, okay? It's just that some people choose to not investigate and research. Well, knowledge is power. And but the understanding of that knowledge is even more powerful, and acting on that knowledge gives you all the power you need to be able to lay your head on the pillow at night and be able to sleep and say, I did what I could do today. I mean, I'm only one person. Martin's one person. But it takes us all, okay, to get this thing done. And I'm going to reemphasize this one more time. I'm going to fight for the Constitution and the Bible and for the freedom of my children, my wife, and the American people until I draw my last breath, okay? I mean, and a lot of you out there don't like me, but I'm like, and I said this when I started making the videos. Screw the emotionalism. I don't have time for emotions. Emotions will get you killed. You understand me? And I don't have time for the penny ante garbage. I don't have time for it. Time's too short. Okay, that's just another factor to sidetrack the American patriot from being able to focus in the narrow gate of what's going on, and to be able to take the action against what's going on and stand up against the corrupt New World Order. Now they're calling it global order, okay? They've been getting a lot of slack about the New World Order. Now they're calling it the global order. It's the same friggin' thing, okay? A coin's got 2 sides to it, okay? It's got an eagle on one side, and it's got a God we trust and all that on the other side. It's still the same coin. Same it is with the global order and the New World Order. I want you to get that clear, because it's the same thing, okay? They may try to push it as global because they think, that sounds better now that, they found out about the New World Order and this, that, and other people are waking up. Let's push it as global. It don't matter what they push it as. We know what it is. Look, it makes no difference whether a cat or a dog or a deer or anything else goes out there and they deposit feces on the ground. I don't care if it's cat doo-doo or dog doo-doo, it's still doo-doo. Do you understand me? You can't word it any other way but doo-doo, okay? Now, having said that, something come to my attention this morning. Let me reemphasize one more time. It is real, and it is a dire threat. The Constitutional Convention deal is a dire threat. I'm not going to spend all day to explain it of what's going on. I put a quick video out yesterday to get people to wake and to stir people up. Go back and look at my video again if you didn't understand, and you will know what I said, okay? Now, let me get to this. Okay, there's been a man arrested, a Wall Street tycoon, Bernard Madoff. And he was arrested and charged Thursday with running a $50 billion Ponzi scheme in what may rank as the biggest fraud ever. Okay? Now listen to this. I'm working with two computers here, so bear with me. They arrested him for a $50 billion Ponzi scheme, and what he was doing, let me give you the gist of it. What Mr. Bernard was doing was he was getting investors, okay? Okay, the money the investors was putting in was actually not making money. Watch. Listen close, American people. It weren't making money, okay? But the first investors were putting their money in, and then toward the end of the year he would get more investors, and he would take the new investors' money and pay the original investors. You got that? That's the $50 million Ponzi scheme that he was doing, okay? Now, you can look this up. All you got to do is do former Wall Street chairman ran $50 billion Ponzi scheme, and they call it something awful, this, that, and other. And don't get me wrong, I'm not for stealing in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but I got to say this to get to my main point to the American people, okay? Okay, it's all over the headlines today. The Ponzi scheme of the $50 billion, okay? Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Tell me why Paulson and them won't account for the bailout money. Under the Freedom of Information Act, CNBC and Fox News are suing the Treasury so they can know and report. The media can know and report where the money went. Okay, we're talking $350 billion. Watch this. That the Treasury took from the American taxpayer to give to the people that knew that their companies were failing and didn't cut back, didn't cut the salaries. This is the biggest friggin' Ponzi scheme on the face of the earth, is Bernanke, the Treasury Secretary, and the Congress that voted for the bailout. This little $50 billion ain't much of nothing compared to the $700 billion. As a matter of fact, it's up to $2 trillion, Bloomberg reported, of money that's been fleeced from the American taxpayer to a bunch of companies and big Wall Street firms and people that are part of the New World Order that want to destroy you, the American people. That's the biggest Ponzi scheme. Herein lies the question. Where is the money? Who did it go to? Martial law was threatened by members of Congress if they didn't pass the bailout bill. It's a documented fact. They've come out in their own words. It's even on YouTube. Everything was going to collapse the next day if they didn't pass it. Why? Because of the housing crisis. Because of the foreclosures. Go back, do some research, see if I'm not telling you 100% fact of what they said. Go do the research. But then Paulson comes out and changes his mind, and says we're not going to bail out or protect the people in foreclosure. We've got to get it in the hands of the big bankers so that the credit freeze can be unfroze, that people can start borrowing again, okay, and buying cars and buying big screen TVs and all, which is bull crap. You go check and see how many are lending. The banks are not lending. They've took the money, but they're not lending. And I'm going to come by in part 2 and give you the straight talk, baby. This is straight talk. This ain't bull crap, you know. I'll be back in a minute with part 2.